Hello, everybody. Welcome to this special edition of First Sports. I'm your man, Ryan H. Marshall. I've got a special guest with me here in the WAAY-TV studios. He is Eric Gray, former defensive back for Alabama. Roll Tide, sir. How are you?
I am doing great.
Good. Thank you for thank you for coming here and speaking with us today.
Yes.
So you graduated in 2007. You played 4 years at Alabama, including one with Nick Saban. What was that like? Playing under Coach Saban.
The great Nick Saban. It was a good experience, a wonderful experience. I won't never say national championship or bust. That's how we thought anyway before he even came here. But when he came here, he elevated the level of expectation. So it was a great thing. I learned a whole lot, and things I still carry on to this day.
Absolutely. You got a little bit of video of you right there making a tackle on special teams. I mean, talk about what you're doing now as far as football is concerned, or what you were doing after Alabama.
After Alabama, I proceeded, took actually like a year or two off and got into personal training. Later on, ended up getting into football, playing in AFL for a few years. Did that, had a good career there, enjoyed it. After that, I proceeded after that, and now I'm actually coaching college football, junior college football at East Central Community College, located in Decatur, Mississippi, as the cornerbacks coach and the strength and conditioning coach.
Absolutely. You're staying involved, it seems like it. You're from Decatur.
Yes.
The Decatur, Alabama here. You've got a big event coming up. Talk to me about that a little bit. You've got a celebrity game, and then you've also got a football camp coming up. Talk about that just a little bit.
Just briefly, it's going to be the May the 9th, starting May the 9th at Decatur High School. It's going to be the celebrity basketball game versus the Decatur Police Department. I really appreciate them for being a part of this. It's going to be basically a charity event to help. A fire happened a couple months ago in Decatur, the apartment complex. So we're going to donate 2 canned goods, or everybody going to bring 2 canned goods and donate them. And that's going to be the event that's going to go towards helping them out. And then that Saturday, be the May the 10th. It starts at 9 a.m. to 9:45 registration. The camp starts from 10 to 1 p.m. And that's going to be the football camp actually at West Morgan High School. Registration only $25. Have a lot of special guests. Briefly, Rolando McClain, San Diego Chargers, Marquise Mays, former Alabama player, Marcel Darius, and our hometown guy, Juwan Simpson with the CFL.
Awesome. Why are you doing this? I mean, obviously you want to give back to your community, but you see a lot of guys that have become successful. Some of them go on and then some of them give back to their community. Is that kind of what you're doing here?
Exactly what I'm doing. I had the privilege of being around my parents and always teach me to never forget where you come from and always learn to give back. And this is the opportunity to give these kids a certain exposure that otherwise they may not have. Bringing guys that come from similar background to see them go up and do great things, and bring it back here and let them see that, and and not only to see football as just football, but football as a tool that you can utilize to impact your community and impact your life for times to come. Absolutely.
That's a great cause, and we look forward to being out there at that charity basketball game, and then also at the football camp on Saturday the 10th, day before my birthday, might I add.
Okay,
so thank you. I appreciate that. Hopefully it'll be a good time by all of us. Speaking of Decatur, another one of your teammates, your cohorts, guy that you grew up with, also in Decatur, Rolando McClain. I know his brother, Rolando McClain, is going to be there, but Rolando McClain just retired from the NFL. How is he right now? I mean, what's his state of mind? I know you guys keep in contact a little bit.
Well, I haven't had a chance to talk to him since he made that decision, of course. But really, I feel like, it was a decision that he felt he needed to make for himself. And I really respect him for that. I respect him that he decided to not continue on playing when his heart wasn't in it, and that's something that he saw a bigger picture. Because what people don't understand is we never know how much growth and what he went through during the time off that really helped him reveal to see himself as more than just playing football. And so I commend him, and I think he's looking for. I think he will have a bright future, in whatever he does.
Very well said. Obviously, we look at it from the outside looking in. You got this big sum of money in the NFL. Why would you throw that away? But obviously, you understand it's different when you're inside that glass. And I mean, obviously, you would say that for Rolando and people like yourself as well.
Yes, it's so much to go. It's so much more to go into it for preparation of being a football player, and even the higher level you go that people outside may not always don't see a lot. And so you got to be either fully committed or you're not going to be committed. And when that time has passed, it's time to keep it going.
Absolutely. One more thing I want to ask you about is this whole notion of paying college athletes to play collegiate sports. I mean, it's been a hot button topic. We've asked people like Nick Saban, Gus Malzahn, other athletes have weighed in. I want to get your take on it as far as you being a former collegiate athlete. Do you think that the NCAA should pay athletes to play?
Yes and no. There's pros and cons to it. Briefly, I believe yes, because I read some information on Forbes writer Chris Smith. The NCAA last year, just on the Final Four, made over $1 billion just on the Final Four for selling ads for $700,000 for a 30-second ad in the commercials. So they make so much money, you know. But you think about it, where would it be the money without the athletes? So I think it's something that I wouldn't be opposed to, but I do know there are cons to it because you don't know when you're giving X amount of money to certain players. Certain players get paid more for what they do. So much go into it, but I believe all in all, I wouldn't mind it happening. Me being a former guy myself,
a little bit too late for you now, but hopefully for some of the other football players that are absolutely. Well, we certainly appreciate you taking the time to talk with us about a lot of different things. This is Eric Gray, former Alabama defensive back. You've got to go out to his celebrity basketball game on Friday, May the 9th, and then for kids football camp on Saturday, May the 10th. It's going to be a great time. Thank you so much again for taking the time to talk with us. Eric Gray, Ryan H. right here, special edition of WAAY-31 for Sports.